After some reluctance, it was finally time to begin my journey as a group Ironman on May 25th, 2024. Having only played Sims games my whole life, and more recently FPS games such as Valorant, Apex Legends, and Rust, starting as a brand new player seemed really challenging, but I was up for the challenge. I created my Twitch channel with 0 followers and started my journey in old school RuneScape. I began running around the castle, figuring where to click and where to go. I made my way south to where I could fish, and I was really excited because I saw all of these raw fish on the ground and tried picking them up, but I couldn't pick them up because I'm an Iron Man. So once I recognized that, I began fishing on my own. And once I had a full inventory, I made my way back to the castle to cook them in the range. Whilst cooking them, I did burn a few, but that's to be expected since my cooking level was so low. Since I really didn't know what else to do when starting to play, I went back to fish again. Got another full inventory, leveled up some of my skills, burnt some shrimp, and then realized that fishing was really boring, so I started questing. I started my first quest, X marks the spot, and spoke to Veos to gather information on what I was supposed to do. Once he told me what to do, I went to this area with a shovel that was glowing yellow, and I thought that there was a shovel there, and I was supposed to just pick up the shovel in the yellow square, but that is not the case. That's just where you're supposed to use the shovel. Eventually I found how to get a shovel, and I came back and utilized it on the yellow square. I ran around a bit more, shoveling the glowing yellow squares. I'm lost yet again. But I did eventually complete my first quest. The next quest I did was Ernest the Chicken, so I made my way to the mansion. Once in the mansion, I thought I was supposed to go down in the basement, but as you can see, I was not supposed to be there at this early in the quest. Therefore, after my little rendezvous in the basement, I got off stream for a little bit and got the plug-in Quest Helper, which was so amazing when helping me do all of these quests properly. I got some fish food, then tried to exit out of these double doors because you would think that the doors, like, in the front of the house would be the ones that you would leave out of, but I eventually found out you go out the side door. Then I used the fish food to poison the fountain. I went into this closet to grab a tool, and then I started being beaten by a skeleton. After escaping with my life, I made my way back to the basement and completed the steps of the quest. I talked to this man again and turned Ernest back into a human after being a chicken. And completed the quest Ernest the Chicken. It was on to the next. I talked to this pirate dude to tell me more of what I needed to do in the quest, and boarded a ship to an island that I didn't know the name of. Once at this island, I figured out how to get off of the plank and got some of the materials that I needed for the quest, and got my bananas and rum. Then I made my way back. So like, does my girl just like quit? She gets a job and then she's like, peace out? Like, what the heck? Yeah, can I get a job here just to get a banana? And then just, that's it. I unlocked a treasure chest with my key. And then while I was attempting to shovel, I was beaten mercilessly by a gardener. So the only thing to do would be attack him back. I won and collected his bones. Another quest complete. After looking at the map, I finally figured out that I needed to talk to Romeo for my next quest. I talked to this church leader who really thought that his church was awake, but they were fast asleep. As I was on my search for the berries, this happened. Okay. What? What is happening? Why am I... Oh god, am I gonna die? That's interesting. Well... Finally, I got my berries for the potion. I thought you could eat them, but you cannot. And then received my potions to give Juliet. After giving her the potions to poison herself, she eventually collapsed on the floor. Oh, there she goes. Down she goes. And as I was finishing this quest, I was very surprised at what happened. There's no way that he just said you're a fox. That's crazy. I did it! Another quest done. I completed another quest and continued onwards. I spoke to this wizard-looking dude and completed yet another quest. I spoke to this farmer and completed another quest. I leveled up some of my skills. Another quest done. And since I had been streaming for about 3.5 hours, I figured that it was a good point to stop and leave some quests for my next stream. I think I might just leave this quest for tomorrow, because it's 3:30 in the morning. But I had fun for my first stream, and I'm excited to keep playing RuneScape. And I would say that for starting old school RuneScape, I had a great experience. It was really fun talking to the community of old school RuneScape and building a following, and I'm really excited to share the next parts of my streams. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.